What's going on, guys? We are back once again. We obviously had the Champions League round of 16 draw happen today, but there's something people are forgetting about, and it's the Europa League round of 32 draw. A lot more teams, a lot more controversy, a lot more of the beautiful footballing matchups that we like to see. I actually really enjoyed watching the Europa League round of 32 last year. I really enjoyed watching the Europa League. I mean, Chelsea winning it sort of had something to do with that, but also it actually allows for more of what I consider like the ultra fan bases or the more devoted fan bases to sort of get involved and get into European football. So we're going to take a look at the Europa League round of 32 draw. These are my live first reactions. I think the only one that I've unfortunately seen is Manchester United Club Brugge, because Manchester United social media is sort of everywhere, so that's the only one realistically that I've seen. Every other one, sort of a mystery to me. So I'm very excited to see what these Europa League round of 32 matchups are going to be like. You guys got to let me know your thoughts on it. But yeah, let's get into it here. All right, we're going to go one. It's matchup by matchup. So it's just sort of a Twitter thread that just goes down with the matchups. So first match, Wolves Espanyol. Not bad. I don't really know. I don't know how well Espanyol really did in their groups. I know Wolves were fantastic. Diego Jota and Raul Jimenez tore people apart. So, I mean, and Nuno Espirito Santo, when Wolves first got into the Europa League, they were really suffering in the league, but they were doing well in the Europa, and now they're doing very good in both. And I mean, honestly, I thought Wolves would have a slump, but they've just gotten better and better. So this, I mean, they may even get even better in the January transfer window. So, Getafe AJAX. That's going to be a good matchup for Ajax. I mean, I think Getafe with, I think it's Angel Rodriguez, who's been like their main goal scorer, 32-year-old winger. He's very tricky to deal with, but Ajax are immediately a favorite, I think, in the Europa League. That's going to be good. That's going to be magnificent for them. I think that's a good matchup to start with as well, because that's still a very, very good La Liga team. Getafe are doing very, very well in that competition. They almost got into the Champions League automatically last season in La Liga, and they've continued to play decently well. I think they're on like a 6 or 7 match winning streak at the moment. I think there might be a draw in there, but yeah, they're doing really well. Sporting versus Istanbul Başakşehir. Sporting versus Istanbul, that's going to be a tricky one. I'd be surprised if Sporting don't come out of that, but Istanbul are not a team that's going to roll over easily. Sporting may be able to take that off of them, but that's going to be tough. Seeing Bruno Fernandes versus a team from Turkey is going to be fun, though. Cefa Cluj Sevilla. Cefa Cluj, I'm sorry, bro. Honestly, actually, I take that back. Cefa Cluj are a team that could definitely upset a team like Sevilla. That's going to be fun. That's going to be all types of fun. Obviously, the Europa League is a lot more tough, but it's teams like Cefa Cluj. The fact that they even advanced out of a group with Lazio and Stade Rennes already says a lot about them. And they got a big, big victory as well over the weekend against Celtic. So, I mean, they got to be riding high at the moment. So, but yeah. I mean, they should be a fun team to watch. Bayer Leverkusen Porto. Bayer Leverkusen also come in, I think, as a team who could shock a lot of people in the Europa League. They had a really tough group with Juve and Atletico, and they're going to have a really tough matchup with Porto now as well. Porto, the fact that they didn't even make the Champions League this year, I think was a little meh, but they're going to be fun to watch too. Copenhagen Celtic. There's our Celtic matchup. There's the Celtic matchup against SC Copenhagen as well. That's going to be another good one. That's going to be another great matchup. SC Copenhagen had some amazing matchups. I cannot remember. I think it was it Red Star or was it Slavia Prague? Or maybe it was neither of those teams. Who did they lose to in the Champions League qualifiers? I cannot remember for the life of me. But, I mean, them versus Celtic is going to be... Let's put it this way. I think Copenhagen might actually pull this upset, but I think Celtic, if they win, I think Celtic will go far in the Europa League. It's just they got to get out of that first matchup. Apoel Basel, I don't really know a lot. I know SC Basel. Oh, it was Basel versus Copenhagen, wasn't it? Yeah, those are the matchups in the Champions League qualifiers. That kind of worked out really well. But I don't really know enough about these two teams. That's going to be a good matchup, though. I think Basel. I know enough about FC Basel to know that they probably should be the favorites, but that Apoel will probably put up a tough challenge. There's Arsenal. We found Arsenal. Olympiacos Arsenal. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. Oh my goodness, that means it could have been Red Star Arsenal. Damn you, Olympiacos. Damn you, Olympiacos. Why you gotta ruin the Red Star Arsenal possible matchups? Wanted to see that Red Star team in here. But, I mean, that's going to be a good matchup, though. Arsenal's sort of in a shambles still. Don't know who their manager's going to be going up against. Olympiacos, who, although they're struggling in the Champions League, they could easily duke it out with the best of them. Yep, Club Bruges, Manchester United. We talked about that briefly in the beginning. Bruges, they're a club that could definitely do good against United. I mean, they played really well against Real Madrid. They played really well against PSG. They could easily go into the United game, I think, and have a good, at least, understanding that they could come out victorious and just push Man United out. Frankfurt, Salzburg. If Salzburg keeps Minamino and Erling Braut Haaland, Salzburg are the favorites to win the Europa League, in my opinion. Them and Ajax. Because that Salzburg team is just so deadly. However, Frankfurt are also a very good team. They did really well. Made it all the way to the semifinals of the Europa League last year. But if Salzburg keep their players, if they keep their team together, I think they'll easily get through that. Not easily, but I think they will get through that matchup. That's a great matchup, though. That's the Austrian Bundesliga versus the regular Bundesliga. AZ Alkmaar versus LASK Linz. I think. Actually, I don't even know who would win that matchup. Is that Austria or Switzerland going up against the Netherlands? I don't really know where LASK Linz is from. So. Ludogorets, Inter. I don't see Inter trying in the Europa League, so I'm going to say Inter are probably just going to phone it in. But Ludogorets, if you get a dub, you get a dub. All props to you. Shakhtar Benfica. With all of the Brazilians on Shakhtar facing off against Benfica, that's going to be a really fun matchup as well. Wolfsburg, Malmo. I don't know who's going to win that one either. I'm rooting for Malmo, I think. Roma, Ghent. Roma, my G's. I hope Roma go far in the Europa League. I think they were really good in qualifying. Obviously, Edin Dzeko, Nicola Zaniolo, Cengiz Under, Justin Kluivert. This is a team who could easily, if they could put the right form together under Paulo Fonseca, and especially with Amadou Diawara, they are a team that could definitely cause problems. There's Rangers. Alright, Alfredo Morelos and Rangers are going up against Braga. Braga really suffered against Wolves on the counterattack. And Alfredo Morelos, I think, is very much like Raul Jimenez in terms of their striking style. They can play with their back to goal. They are very tricky on their feet. They can dribble by themselves. They can create for themselves. I think Rangers-Braga is going to be a very good matchup. I think Rangers win that as well. But yeah, you guys gotta let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments below. Obviously, I think I'm gonna do an Ajax video. I talked about it briefly in the Champions League, video. I think I'm probably gonna put a focus on the Champions League teams that went down to the Europa League. But that Ajax matchup against Getafe seems very tantalizing to watch, or tantalizing at least to talk about, because I think Ajax are gonna go really far in this competition. But let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know your guys' thoughts on transfers. What transfers would affect a Europa League team the most? Would Manchester United bringing in like an attacker or a winger help them the most? What would happen realistically? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.